Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. So today I wanted to talk about focusing on progress instead of the finish line. This will take a lot of pressure off of you. So I'll let you take a peek at the lake. Breathe in some peace. Exhale the noise. Breathe in the clarity and exhale the doubt. Breathe in the certainty. Exhale the confusion. So, I don't know if you guys can see it, but look at these beautiful white clouds, blue sky. Absolutely stunning view here over the lake. So, today I really wanted to talk about focusing on progress instead of the finish line. So obviously I'm speaking about TMS, perceived danger pain, mind-body syndrome, whatever acronym you'd like to use. And basically a lot of people along this journey say, I still have pain, I'm not getting anywhere, this isn't working. And in some cases they start to do better, but because they haven't quote-unquote crossed the finish line yet, because they still do have some sensations, they're still extremely dismayed, disappointed in themselves, feel like they're doing it wrong, very self-judgmental, sometimes coming to the conclusion that this stuff doesn't work. I haven't gotten rid of my pain yet. I've been doing this stuff for X amount of days, weeks, months, years. Still not better yet. This stuff isn't going to work for me. So inevitably, whenever I hear somebody speaking like this and sharing their frustrations, inevitably they have made some progress. In some cases, a lot of progress. In some cases, a little bit of progress. But most folks who do this stuff generally find that they are making progress. And so let me define for you what progress looks like to me. Even though you may still have your sensations, even though you may still have some colorful days where they're pretty strong, if you are freaking out less, that's progress. If you are able to calmly reassure yourself more easily, and you jump to that much quicker than you used to, that's progress. If a flare-up of symptoms is lasting shorter than it used to. Some people would say, oh, when the pain would flare, it would last for weeks. Now it's only lasting a week. Or it used to last for 3 days, now it's only lasting for a day, day and a half. That's all progress, which is evidence that you are on the right track, that you are teaching the brain something new, which is that I'm really not in as much danger as the brain was perceiving. So, the analogy, I've shared it before, is imagine yourself running a marathon. You haven't crossed the finish line yet, but you're 5 miles in, you're 15 miles in, you're 22 miles in. You know, you're not at 26.2 yet. But if you were to be running and saying, oh my God, I haven't crossed the finish line yet, this isn't working for me, I'm never going to make it, you know, I'm not making any progress, that wouldn't make any sense, would it? And in that type of an example, it's plain and clear, but of course you're making progress. So I'm really going to encourage you to really pay attention to the progress you're making, even if it's just dialing down the fear with the accurate information, even if it's just doing the assessments and actually accepting that, okay, yeah, this absolutely makes sense. This is what's going on with me. That's progress. It's a great starting point. Foundational knowledge, the assessment, accepting that TMS or this perceived danger pain is all that's going on. That's huge progress, because without that foundation, it's really tough to move forward and teach your brain that you're okay so it can dial down and turn off these symptoms. So see if you can notice for yourself progress that you've made. Are you doing more things? Are you getting out more? Are you smiling more, laughing more? I mean, we've got people in the group that are saying, oh my God, I'm back to my old self. My husband is saying he got his old wife back. You know, and people are regaining a sense of joy in living their life, even though they have some symptoms, but they're not as bothered by them because they've got the clarity and the accurate knowledge that says, okay, symptoms don't mean I'm broken. They don't mean I have a physical structural problem. Therefore, I don't need to be as safe. So if I'm going to feel these sensations sitting at home, I may as well feel the sensations getting out into the outside world and doing things that are enjoyable or meaningful or productive or allow me to connect with other people. All of that stuff is progress. And if you're seeing any amount of progress, you're on the right track. If you're not yet seeing any progress, even from a mindset perspective, then you may be still kind of unclear about what's causing your symptoms and your pains. And if you're unclear about it, the brain's going to stay in doubt, and doubt delays recovery because doubt allows fear to linger a lot longer. So accurate knowledge dials down the fear. And so, in my opinion, the goal of this is that the brain's perceiving danger, and not that we are universally safe in everything in this world, in this planet, this universe, but in the things that are within our influence, our emotional state, our physical state, and our mental state. Those are the three ways we experience the world. In those three areas, if we can teach the brain that we're safe, that's going to go a long way towards having the brain dial down the symptoms and eventually turn them off. So we don't need universal safety. If that were the case, you'd never drive a car, you'd never jump on an airplane, you'd never walk out in public. You know, there are other things in life that are unsafe, but generally it's not that type of stuff that caused TMS or perceived danger pain in the first place. So, safety is the solution, in my opinion. And it's not just telling yourself you're safe. It's actually learning that you are actually safe, emotionally, physically, mentally. That's what matters. And again, just saying the words, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, that's not enough. That's not what I'm telling people to do. There's very specific things that I talk about that will allow your brain to feel more and more safe intuitively based on how you are responding to your emotions, to your thoughts, to your symptoms, right? This is a teaching process, and we're leading by example. If we want the brain to believe that we're safe, we don't run around like a chicken with our head cut off screaming, oh my God, right? Hope that makes sense. So, focus on the progress that you've made and are making. Don't worry about the finish line. As long as you keep on moving forward, as long as you keep on noticing the mile markers are ticking off behind you, you are making progress. And look, even if sometimes it feels like the progress stalled and you've slid back a little bit. So what would a marathon runner do if they took a wrong turn? They'd reroute, get back onto the main course, and they would pick up, and yeah, it took a little bit longer, but they would still know if I get back onto the course and I keep running, I'm going to get there eventually. It just means you haven't gotten there yet, but you are making progress. So I hope this makes sense to everybody. Give yourself credit for the progress you've made. Even just accepting that this TMS and perceived danger pain is a real thing and it does apply to you. That's enormous progress, because so much of the population and so much of the medical community refuses or is unable to accept that this is a real thing and that it holds the potential and even the probability of you getting better, if not completely well. So, notice your progress. Know that as long as you keep on moving, that finish line is coming. And I hope this has brought you some calm and some peace and the ability to kind of look back and go, wow, look at how far I've come. And I've seen people who did not want to be on this planet who are now regaining and living life. I've seen people who couldn't get off of the couch that have now regained their lives and are back at work And yes, they still may have some challenges, but given where they were, wow, the progress is immense. It's enormous. So notice your progress, smile, focus on that. Know that you're moving in the right direction and you will eventually cross that finish line. You just haven't yet. So, love you guys and gals. I will see you tomorrow. Love you.